Hi guys, and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. In today's video I am going to finally show you how I do water changes on my jars. I already filmed changing the first jar, so she already has some tannins from Indian almond leaves, but then this app popped up on my phone and then closed the recording, which really sucks. So we're going to do this again. So to do a water change, I usually have a towel because it gets messy, so it helps keep everything clean. I have a few pre-washed jars already, so I can just transfer fish over really quickly. So I'll show you what you can do if you have extra jars and what to do if you don't have an extra container. And then what you'll need is to have some clean water ready that has the chlorinator in it. I use Prime and also dissolved aquarium salt as well. Aquarium salt will help prevent certain bacteria like ick from growing in your jars. It'll also help prevent velvet. A nice bonus is you can have some Indian almond leaves with some water. These guys were sitting all day, so it looks super dark. And then I used a turkey baster to add the Indian almond leaf tannins right there. As you can see, that water is a lot darker. What the tannins do is they lower the pH, and that in turn makes ammonia less toxic. So while I am going to be gone for camping, Grandma's going to be doing water changes every other day. So this will help with the water staying a lot safer for the fish by adding the Indian almond leaves. Another thing you can do is if you're doing a partial water change, you could also use the pipette and just put it all the way at the bottom and kind of move it around and then remove any poop like this until you're about more than halfway, and then you pour the water back up if you want to do that. But what I'll do is, let's pretty much do the normal water change that I usually do. So I like to use my little container. I'll grab some water and then I'll fill this up. Go. And then what I like to do, I already took out some water in here. Let me move this over. I like to dump some of the water so when I stick my hand in to get the fish into a cup that I'll pour out later. In case the fish accidentally comes out, or as you can see a plant almost came out, I like doing it into a cup rather than down the drain, because in case your fish accidentally jumps out. So I'm going to grab the duckweed, as well as, oops, I'm sorry, I scared you, more of the little mini moss balls, and then I'm going to grab my fish. I use my hands because that's the easiest method. The fish will try to run away. You just kind of capture it and don't squish it. This is a little hard. I usually have two hands, so I'm just gently holding it, but it's not hold closed all the way. So I'm not squeezing the fish at all. And then I transfer it over to the new water. And then what I'll do is grab some of the tannins from the Indian almond leaves. Add that in. And voila! Clean water. And then I could put my fish, oh, and I transfer over my little sticky note with the number. And there we go. And I also have to card these guys when I'm done. But another fish has been done, and then I'll take this and wash it in the sink. I'll just pour the water back in here for now. Now, in this case, I don't really have an extra container for this guy. So what I will do is I'll take an extra container, take a little bit of water, and put some water in the container, and I'll start to get some of the leaves from the not duckweed, but let me pour some water out, the guppy grass. And then of course I'm gonna pour some water out so it's easier for me to grab. So there we go, I'll get the rest. Now the reason I put plants in my jars is you don't have to do that, but it helps clean the water. So it'll help absorb some of the nutrients in the waste. Once again, I'm going to catch the fish. As you can see, I'm not closing my hand all the way, just gently. And then I put the fish in here temporarily. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash this jar in the sink. And I lost the clip I was filming right after, but pretty much what I did is I washed the jar and then brought it back, put new water in, and then pretty much transferred or poured the fish in with all the plants into the new clean container. So that's pretty much what I do with the jars. I have a couple jars and a couple plastic containers set up here. These lights are optional, but I like to have them on during the day because it does help the plants that are in here grow. And that is kind of my little method of cleaning out the jars. Now keep in mind that with these jars, because they don't hold a lot of water, you do have to do very frequent water changes. So I would say every day to every other day. We're going to be pushing it this week. While I was camping, it'll be every 2 days, but they're also going to be fed every 2 days, so there's also going to be less waste being produced. So that will help also kind of keep the water a lot cleaner. And then also once I'm done, I also kind of half card the fish. Now usually I more fully card them, but because I'm going to be gone for a couple of days, I just wanted to half card them so they can't flare as much as they want. And I guess I'll give you guys a preview. This is a really lovely koi female that will be available when I come back from my adventure. Then I have another black and cellophane koi female here. She looks a little distorted and weird because this is the round part of the container, so she looks super fat, but she's really not. She kind of looks like derp fish over here. Then I have this guy who is actually a spade tail, and he is a male. Do I have my flashlight around here? Because if I use my flashlight, I would be able to show you these fish a lot better. Let me go get my flashlight. Okay, I got my flashlight. So here is the koi right here. And then this girl. And then this is my purplish spade tail male. You can't, the container's a little dirty so you can't see him very well, but he's pretty cool. I also have a cellophane. Not really sure if this is a male or female yet. I'm thinking this is a male probably, but this is a very lovely cellophane. Then I have this male who has been listed on the site for a while now, and no one seems to want to buy him. He's a really nice purple male, so maybe when his fins grow out a little longer, unless he decides to become a girl, we'll see what happens. They could still change genders. It's not too late for that. This is my only bluish female, so I have aquas and I have purples in regard to the metallics, but she's more blue and she's hiding behind this. It's kind of hard to see because now they're in yellow water, but she's still kind of purplish, but she's very like light-bodied bluish. Then I have this really cool tiny aqua, what I think is female, but might become a male, who knows, but very awesome. And then in here I have a purple female, but she won't look purple because it's hard to see her. She actually looks kind of greenish right here. So those are some of the fish that will hopefully be listed soon. I have a few more jarred in, oh, my thing fell. I have a few more that are jarred in another container that has some water in a heater so they can have more stable temperature. And I'll show them to you guys next time, as well as some more babies in the grow out tank. So that's kind of the video. Right now, as you're watching this, I am on a camping adventure in Michigan. Be sure to follow my Instagram at Creative Pet Keeping and Creative Pet Vlogs. to get updates on my adventures, and be sure to subscribe to my vlog channel called Creative Pet Vlogs so that you can see all our adventure vlog videos after I come back. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys, well, hopefully soon. There may or may not be a Wednesday video, we'll see. But I'll see you guys after that for sure. Bye!